If you want to improve your deadlift, just follow these simple steps that I'm going to show you in a second and you'll improve your deadlift immediately. Hey guys, my name's Joseph. I'm a personal trainer and strength and conditioning coach at Fitz Empire Personal Training. So in today's video, we're going to go over the conventional deadlift. So that's going to be a narrow stance. There's a sumo deadlift with a wider stance, but we're going to focus on the conventional deadlift today. So I'm going to show you some simple tricks and tips on how you can improve your deadlift, reduce your risk of injury, and pretty much increase your performance. So let's get into it. Okay, so before you even think about lifting the bar up off the floor, there's 3 simple things that I want you to remember when you're setting yourself up under the bar. So first we want to start off with the feet, then we want to move on to the hands, then we want to move on to the back. So they're going to be 3 key areas that you want to focus on to make sure that you reduce your risk of injury and eventually you'll achieve your goals a lot quicker than you possibly are already. Okay, so first things first, we're going to move on to a different camera so that you can see properly. But what we're going to do, we're going to sort out our foot position. So we're going to start off with about hip width apart, foot stance. And what you want to do is you want to start with your laces showing just on the other side of the bar. So I need to move forward ever so slightly, and you should be able to see your laces on the other side of the bar, yeah? And then from there, what you want to do is you want to grip the floor with your big toe, little toe, and your heel. So pretty much by driving your little toe, your big toe, and your heel into the floor. So you're going to be nice and stable from your feet, from the ground. And then we can focus on working our way up the body from here, yeah? Okay, so once your feet are set, you're nice and firm on the ground, gripping the floor with both your toes, your big toe, little toe, and your heel. Nice and stable from the ground. Now we can focus on our hands. So we're going to focus on the grip that we're going to take, yeah? First of all, focus on keeping your arms fully extended throughout the whole lift. Even when you're lifting and lowering, you don't want to be pulling at all through the arms, because that's how you're going to get a bicep tear or an injury in your arm, okay? So with the deadlift, it's literally just your arms are locked out the whole time, fully extended, and that's it. Your arms are basically an anchor between you and the bar, yeah? So what we're going to do, we're going to go down, we're going to have our hands just a thumb width away from our shins. So what you can do is bring your thumb out, line it up, go down to the bar, and then grip the bar when you're about a thumb width away, yeah? And then what you want to do is push your knees out when you're in the bottom position, and then from here, we pretty much have our grip, okay? So we're going to keep it nice and simple with today's grip. We're just going with the double overhand. There are other grips that you can play around with, but this is more focused on beginners, so we're just going to focus on the double overhand for now, okay? So next, we're going to move on to number 3, and that's going to be the position of our back. So this is going to be one of the key areas for you to make sure that you don't suffer from any injuries. Your back position is going to be key, okay? So you should be in a fairly decent position as your feet are planted in the correct position, you've got the right grip, and now it should be fairly simple to get your back into the right position, yeah? So I'm going to give you a couple of different angles for this, just because you'll need to see from the side and maybe from the front as well, yeah? Okay, so now that you're in the bottom position, what you want to do is you want to sink your hips down so that your shoulders should be directly above the bar and your hips should be in between your knee and your shoulder joint, yeah? That is going to be ideal. What we're going to do, sink the hips. You want to lift the chest, and what you want to do is you want to squeeze the bar in. So almost imagine bending the bar around you. Obviously it's not going to bend, but as you do that, you're going to feel the lats, the big muscle down the side here. You're going to feel those really screw in, yeah? So when you do that, you can even stand up and you can practice it. Bring your elbow in towards your side and imagine you're bending something just like this, yeah? And you're going to feel the lats contract nice and hard. So that's what we want. We want to create that stiffness in the back, yeah? So we'll go down, sink the hips a little bit, screw the lats, bend the bar, lift the chest up, and then we're gonna start pushing through the floor, yeah? So then after that, our back should be in a pretty decent position. So yeah, I'll put some different clips over so that you can see from the side what that will look like, yeah? Okay, so now you're ready to lift the bar off the floor. So there's a lot of setup before you even lift the bar. So now we can lift the bar off the floor. So what we're going to do, get back in position, set up everything as we did before, Get that stiffness in the back, make sure we're all aligned, and then all you want to do is you want to start pushing through the floor until we get to our knee. And the only movement should be in the knee joint here, so your back should be staying in the same position and your hips should just be rising at the same time as your chest. So we're just going to go there, so it's almost like a leg press or even a squat. So what we want to do, we want to keep the back at the same angle the whole time. We don't want to bend the back or extend through the back. It should stay in the same position, okay? The start of the lift, you pretty much want to think of it almost like a leg press or a squat. So the only movement is like the knee extending. And then once we reach the knee with the bar, what we're going to do, go back into it, nice and tight, lift the chest, going to come up to the knee, then we're going to extend through the hips and squeeze the glutes. You don't want to fully extend too much because you'll feel it in your lower back. You could end up falling backwards as well if you're nice and heavy with the weight. So yeah, we just want to squeeze the glutes, that's all, and then we're going to reverse it. So we're going to push our hips backwards and we'll feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings until we get to the knee, just to there. Then we bend the knee joint and back down. Okay, so let's see what that looks like when we put it all together. Yeah, so we're going to start off with the feet. Going to get our laces just underneath the bar again like before. Then what we're going to do, we're going to focus on our hands next. So thumb width away from our shins, pushing the knees out, gripping the floor with our toes. Try not to let your feet rise off the floor. And then we're going to set our hips down, lift our chest up, bend the bar in, get a nice tension in the lats, and now we're ready to lift. Yeah, push through the floor up till the knee, drive through the hips, reverse it, squeeze the glutes of course at the top, push your hips back as far as you can, get the stretch in the hamstring. Don't bend the knee until you're down below the knee. Then we're going to lower in like a squat. Okay, and you're going to reset yourself each time. As you lower the bar as well, try not to let the bar just slam down on the floor. Try and let it tap the floor. Imagine there's like an eggshell or an egg that's on the floor and you just want to tap the egg. You don't want to break the shell, you just want to tap it. Okay, so I'll show you a couple of reps so that you can see what I mean. So down, get the width, grip width, set up. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are interested in personal training or any of my services, your own training programs, online coaching, then head on over to my website fitzempirept.co.uk. That's fitzempirept.co.uk. If you enjoyed this video and you were able to gain some information, some valuable information from this video, then please leave a like down below and share this video with as many people as you can. Also, make sure you subscribe like I said before, and until next time, get fits, stay fits.